During our spring concert every year, we take a moment to make some announcements and presentations. Since we are all digital this time around, I've asked to be able to make these announcements digitally. I'll start by taking a moment to express our deep appreciation to our dear BBC office staff, our Executive Director, Mandy Peterson, our Administrative Manager, Nancy Kimberly, and our Operations Manager, Tricia Simpson. They are fantastic workers, and we are so blessed to have them on our side. Please let me take a moment to also express my appreciation to our music staff. Where would we be without our wonderful music associate and collaborative pianist, Susan? Goodness, I cannot even imagine where we would be. We are also blessed to have David Mant as our senior music assistant, as well as Jeff Kalk, Aaron Evans, Garrett Lindsay, Christopher Joseph, Michael Meganson, and Rebecca Rogers as our music assistants in our various satellites. We have a wonderful music staff, and we could not do this work without them. Now, we have a fantastic group of graduates this year. They are official alumni of the Birmingham Boys Choir, and this is not a small feat. It takes a lot of personal strength and courage to sing in a choir as musically capable as this. And not just on the part of the boys, but on their parents as well. Fortunately, these boys do not drive themselves to rehearsal yet. We are very proud of our 8th grade senior choristers. They are fine singers and outstanding young men. They are Carter Burton, Caleb Flores, Tucker Lowe, Jaden Marshall, Jimmy Mayo, Denman O'Talley, Finn Pennington, Cameron Harris, Matthew Kincaid, Dylan Lucky, Eli Mrugg, Daniel Renna, and Andrew Wilson. We are so very proud of them, the Birmingham Boys Choir class of 2020. We also have a pretty amazing group of 12th graders who are graduating from our graduate choristers program this year. I believe all but one of these boys started their great adventure with the Birmingham Boys Choir as junior choristers. So they are 8 or 9 or 10 years singing with us. Altogether, these boys represent multiple decades of some pretty amazing music making with the BBC. They are fine young men. They are Patrick Boyd, Paul Condon, Austin Gothard, Connor Lee, Frank Perucci, Andrew Ritchie, and Jackson Wallace. These are the boys who are graduating away from us this year. We love them so much, and we pray God's blessings and protections on them. Now, under normal circumstances, at this moment, I would take a moment to introduce our boys who are coming in to join us in the next season. We have some really excellent boys audition this year around to join our ensemble, and our future is very bright indeed. There are still a few places left, but not many. So if you know of a boy who could benefit from what we offer, please go to our website, www.birminghamboyschoir.org, and click on the audition tabs. We look forward to hearing from you soon. We have just introduced our graduating 8th graders and 12th graders for this year. One of the things that these boys have in common is that in order to graduate from this choir, they had to actually get into this choir. And in order to get into this choir, they had to go through an audition. So fellas, I want you to think back to your audition for the Birmingham Boys Choir. Some of you, that was quite a while ago. It probably went something like this. The boy and his parent will usually come into the Birmingham Boys Choir office. Introductions are made, and I will ask the boy how old he is today. They can usually answer this question given enough time. And then I'll say something to him along this line. Oh, so you are 8 years old today? That's great. Did you know that when you are 8 years old, you get to make 8 out of every 20 decisions in your life? Now, I always stop and wait here, watching the response, because it can be very entertaining. You get everything from blank stare to crafty realization. Then the conversation continues. Yes, and when you're 12 years old, you get to make 12 out of every 20 decisions in life. And when you're 15, you get to make 15 every 20. And when you're 20, usually they can pick it up from there. Again, it is very enlightening to watch them process this information. In fact, it's even enlightening to watch their parents process the realization of this. But the next sentence is what is crucial. So I will say to them, so this is why your parents and teachers who love you want to help you practice making thoughtful and intelligent decisions. He has a decision he gets to make then as to whether his parent comes with him to the audition process. Because eventually, you will be making all of these decisions yourself. The audition goes on from there, and we sing some and have a great time. But in a sense, fellas, this is a foundational statement for the Birmingham Boys Choir. Of all the things that we teach, it is imperative that our boys learn the importance of making thoughtful, careful, intelligent decisions. Often, the decisions you make, whether they are large or small, will dictate the trajectory of your entire lifetime. This is why we spend so much time referring to and exploring the BBC Life Lessons. Take, for example, Life Lesson number 6. Absolutes, like character and right angles, do matter, absolutely. When you and your parents are growing through these elementary, middle school, high school years, they have certain absolutes that they have the authority to require of you. They get this authority, this amazing privilege, and it's a little bit frightening privilege, because they are the parent. But being the parent is a metamorphic role. It will change as the subject of the parenting, and that's you, will grow and change and mature. And sometime around your 20th year, you are making all your own decisions. You are accepting or rejecting absolutes. Now, that can be an exhilarating process, but it should be a little bit terrifying as well, because the absolutes that you accept will dictate how you make decisions for the rest of your life. So this raises an important question. Who will have the authority to establish the absolutes that will guide you? Will it be you? Will you set your own absolutes? Are you a perfect being? Please say no. Will it be your parents or your professors? Are they perfect? Will it be your society, your political party, your political correctness? Are they perfect? Are they without flaw? Will it be Mr. Ken? Please say no again, because even though I do love you very much, I am a sinner who has made mistakes both large and small. So, to whom you grant the authority to establish the absolutes on which you build your life, your worldview, as it were, that will be the most important question of all, because it will not only have impact on time, but also on eternity. And that's what we want from you boys. All of us, your parents, your teachers, the BBC Music staff, all these people who love you and delight in you. We want you to show the world that you know how to make thoughtful, careful, intelligent decisions, that you can be the man counted on to do the right thing at the right time. We love you, fellas. We're so proud of you. And I look forward to seeing how you will impact your world and the choices you make and the man you become.